How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing really well and having a great week so far. This is Jenny Love of Jenny Love Journals. Welcome back to, or welcome to my channel. So today, guys, we are going to do another project that I was inspired by another crafter, YouTuber, who made this project with you guys, I don't know, a few months back. And I seen it a while ago and I was like, oh my God, I really want to make that. And I haven't really had the chance to get around to doing that. So today I thought I'm going to make that because I actually seen the video pop up in my recently watched videos. And I said, oh yeah, I have to make that. So I might as well make it today while I do my video. So I figure I'll share it with you guys. Today's video or today's project is actually inspired by E with scrapbooking with me. And I love her channel. I love watching her craft. I love her voice for some reason. It's very soothing, very relaxing. I love watching her channel. If you guys don't know who E is, again, she's an amazing crafter, amazing YouTuber. I will put the link to her channel down in the description below so that you guys can go and check out her channel and subscribe. I'm sure that most of you already are, but again, if you're not, please go check that out after this video. All right, guys, so today we're going to be making, I don't even know what it would be called or what the word is, but it's like a tag pocket flippy thing. Anyways, it's gorgeous, and I think that it would look absolutely stunning in any journal. And so again, I was going to make that, and I just haven't really had the time. So today I was like, I'm going to make that and share this with my viewers. So today, guys, all you're going to need is an envelope. I happen to have a greeting card envelope, but pretty much any envelope will do. But you definitely want your flap. We're going to utilize our flap. So if you have like a junk mail envelope where you just kind of ripped it open and you don't have the flap, unfortunately, I don't really think that's going to work. You're going to have to go and get an envelope that has not been used yet. Whether it be, you know, an envelope like this, or if it's the kind of envelope that has the triangle flap, you can just cut that down so that it goes straight across. That's no big deal. But as long as you have an envelope that the flap is intact and it goes straight across, again, even if you have to cut it straight across, this is what you're going to need. The size of the envelope that I'm using today is about 5.5 inches across and about 4.5 inches down. So that's my envelope. The size of envelope that you use, it doesn't really matter as long as your tag is a little taller than your envelope. You know, the width of your envelope. You got to make sure that your tag, the length of your tag is going to be longer than the width of your envelope, if that makes sense. All right, guys, so let's get started. What we're going to need to do first is, I'm trying to remember all the steps that she took. I know that she, whoops, I got things rolling around over here. I know that she cut off like these little things right here because, you know, you're going to be covering, the first part that we're covering is going to be from here down. So we don't need these little tabby things. So let's cut these off. All right. There's those. So now the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to cover this part right here because this is going to be a pocket. Okay, so what we're going to do is I have this background page. This is the stripe background page. I believe this is Angela Kerr. This is from her Book Lover's Bliss kit, if I'm not mistaken. And this tag that we're going to be using is also from the same kit. You can use any paper that you want, any tag that you want from any kit. It's, you know, it's totally up to you. Let me bring this up a little more. So I'm just going to measure this so that I know where to cut it so that it'll fit nice. So we're gonna need that here. And about right here. All right, let me grab my cutter here. I always use the Cricut cutter. It's my favorite. I actually have 2 of these. I don't know if I'm in frame here, but so this is what we're going to utilize this piece again. So don't put that in your scraps stash just yet. And, you know, do not throw it away, because even if we weren't going to use it, you know, we wouldn't want to throw it away. We would want to keep it to do something else. All right. So we're going to glue that down right there. And I'm going to go with my art glitter glue. You can use any glue you want. You can use your art glitter, your Barely Arts. Come on now. I don't know if, I mean, I had the pin in there, but it just kind of, see if that works. Art glitter glue, Barely Arts glue. You can use glue stick. You can use Eileen's tacky glue. Whatever your preference as far as glue goes, as long as it has a strong bond, in which we all know that the art glitter glue has a very strong bond. It's like it doesn't give you any time to adjust anything once you lay it down, because it dries or adheres so quickly. All right, so let's get this down onto here. I don't know why I'm so shaky today. Some days I'm shaky, some days I'm fine, and for no reason. I mean, for the most part, I'm a healthy person. I don't really have anything going on to where I would be shaking. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't eaten yet today, but I do the intermittent fasting. So I won't eat until 2 o'clock. All right, guys, that's done. Just make sure that's on perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach our tag. That's going to go on like this so that it opens like this. So I'm going to line this up this way so that it glues down like that. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on the outside of the flap here. Hopefully I'm in frame. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I would have to stand up to see because you're above me. All right, so let me get this lined up straight and then get this flap down. All right, there we go. How pretty. I love how these go together. I mean, they do come from the same kit, but the fact that there's the stripes on here and then there's like a hint of the stripes in the background on this tag, it just goes perfect for a project like this. Again, if you are interested in using the exact papers that I'm using, this is the Book Lover's Bliss collection by Angela Kerr. Beautiful, beautiful collection. I will put the link in the description to her Etsy store where you can purchase this if you don't already have it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to cover all of this up. So we're going to cover this and this, but we're going to cover it all up as, you know, one whole thing. Okay, I don't see anything up here that needs to be trimmed, so that's good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of our striped page here and we're going to just glue this on the whole thing. We're going to put glue on here, put this down, and then just kind of cut around it. All right, so let's do that. But yeah, as far as, you know, what I was just saying, I do the intermittent fasting. I don't eat for the first time of the day until 2 o'clock, and that goes for drinks. The only thing that I drink before 2 o'clock is water or black coffee, because those two are acceptable when you're fasting. So I could just be shaky because I haven't eaten yet today. But you know, my body should be used to the fact that I will not eat until 2. So it's, we're going to start shaking anyways. All right, let's, hold on guys. You got to fold it like this. I'm out of frame. I know, I'm sorry. Fold it like that. Okay. I probably should have waited for the glue to dry a little bit before folding, but you know, when you're doing a video, it's a little hard to do that. So, all right, let's cut this off here. Try and just stay in frame for you guys. And I don't want to cut into our envelope, so let me open it up the rest of the way while I finish cutting. And then, yeah, after I eat at 2 o'clock, I don't eat again until dinner time, which is in my house usually around 6:30, 7 o'clock, because my husband doesn't get home until then. So yeah, I do the intermittent fasting, and then I eat between 2 and 10. Like I said, lunch at 2, dinner about 6:30, 7, and then I have a healthy sugar-free snack around 9, 9:30. So that's my life. Not that I enjoy it very much, but you know, that's how I stay healthy, stay in shape, all that stuff. I do 1 to 2 mile walks every day, unless it's really hot, because I do live in Southwest Florida and it does get really hot. And then, and in that case, I just get my butt up on the elliptical. But yeah. So anyways, guys, there's that. How pretty. Oh my gosh. Here's our pocket. Okay. And then again, this folds over. It might take a little bit of manipulation here. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to ink. I want to get some ink around this bad boy. I'm just using my Vintage Photo Distress ink, just to give it that little bit of a vintage grunge look. I guess that's what I call it, the vintage grunge look, which I love. I love the vintage look, the aged look about it. Okay, and then let's do this side. And I believe she mentions in her video, E, which again, this is inspired by E. I believe she mentions in her video that she actually came up with this creation. So I really don't know if this has been done by anybody else before or after she did hers. But I'm honored to be able to make one of these myself, because they are so, so pretty. What I want to do now is I want to punch a tab or a, I don't know what you'd call it, in here. Make sure that it's centered. Here, that looks about centered. All right, and then another thing too that I remember she did is, see that white behind the tab? You don't really want that because it kind of makes it look off. So I'm just gonna take my tab out of here that I punched out, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue that right here so that that doesn't look white. And then I'm gonna ink around here so that you can still see that there is a little punch in there. So I'm going to put some glue on here. So don't throw away your little piece that you punched out, because we're going to put it back. See, like that. So you don't have that awkward white, blank spot just sitting there. All right, and then I'm going to ink around here. so that you can see that there is a punch there. All right, guys. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to just embellish it a little. I'm not sure how much of the front I want to embellish, because as you can see, there's a lot of things going on the front of this. Put this back here. So I'm really not sure. I might put, you know, like E did, she put a little number up here. I might do that, maybe a little sentiment of some sort. And we can, you know, put some stuff here, but I just don't know how much I want to put here or here, because you can use this for journaling space, right? You can write on this and write on this. So I'm actually thinking that I want to maybe do a little bit of stenciling in the corners here and on the back of here, and then just leave it alone the rest of the way, so that again you have some journaling space. And then we're going to make a card to go in here, so that you'll have the back of the card to journal on too. So this one little project will have tons of journaling space. So let me see if I can find a number here. I have numbers here. These are Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She does these numbers, and like a lot of others, I love these numbers. They're absolutely adorable. I'm trying to find one that will match in color, but is not, you know, gigantic. Black, I mean, I don't know, the black I think would really stand out. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the black, honestly. We're going to go with black, number 10. And we'll just stick this. Actually, let me ink this up here for a minute, because there are some white edges where you can see where I cut it out. And I don't like that very much. I don't like where you can see the white edges where you cut. All right. I'm going to put this, actually, I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. Just like that. Absolutely adorable. All right, so I'm going to go get my stencil. All right, guys, so I have my stencil here. This is my, my Paris stencil. I use this for so many things just because I love the corners, the way the corners are and stuff. I have my brush, and I have the Dusty Concord Distress Oxide. It's a beautiful purple. I love it. There's a lot of purple colors in here, so I figure why not use it. So what I'm going to do is, again, instead of really, you know, embellishing this, I want to leave it, you know, as blank as possible so that you can use it for writing and journaling. But instead of leaving it too dull, we're going to just do a little bit of stenciling on here, just to make it look like, oop, you know, there's a little something going on, but it can also still be used for writing. How beautiful is that? Oh my goodness, I love it. And you can write over that. We're going to do the same thing on the back of this tag here. Let me see. I'll use this part of the stencil. If you don't have stencils or anything like that, that's okay. It's not a big deal. You can, you know, still decorate it however way you want. You don't have to do this exactly the way I'm doing it. Oh my goodness, I love that. You can do it however you want to do it, however you think would look nice, and whatever it is that you have in your craft stash. So yeah, that's just what I decided to do. Again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can do it any way you want, but if you do, then great. All right, so now what we're going to do, guys, is I think she put a little tab right here. I'm not going to do that because me personally, and it's no offense, but while that looked absolutely beautiful, I'm just, you know, it's easy just to flip it open. But I am going to put one up here at the top Here is a little whale tail punch that I had in my stash. I really don't remember where this came from. I know that I have a few of these in my stash. It's just a pink plaid. And while we don't really have plaid on this project, it's, you know, the pink goes with everything here. So we're just going to use this. So let's fold this over. I do not have a whale tail punch. So I have to basically rely on cutting them by hand, which is fine. You know, so hopefully someday soon they start selling whale tail punches, because I know that they stopped selling them, and I don't know why, because people are like, you know, bring them back, I need one, and they're just not bringing them back. So I don't know what's going on with that. If you want my personal opinion, I think Tim Holtz should bring the whale tail punch back. I don't know if there is a, like a, you know, a patent or something when it comes to the whale tail punch, that nobody has brought it back yet because they can't, like legally, maybe. I don't know. But I just realized that I forgot to ink the edges of this, but it's okay. It's totally okay. We'll just ink around the top. So that's what I get for jibber jabbering when I'm trying to concentrate. But it's okay. There we go. Still looks very nice, right? So yeah, and then the last thing I think we're going to do, guys, before we make our journal card to go in here, is we're going to add some lace right here, as that is what she did, so that when you close it, you have a little bit of lace, you know, kind of spilling out of the bottom. It just has a really nice look. So I do have some of this lace here. I thought was really pretty, that we're going to put here. But we're going to, you know, bring it down so that when you close this, you can see it coming out of the bottom there. Okay. So let me measure about right here. And if we have any hanging over, we can just clip it, which I don't think that we will. It's looking pretty good. All right, guys, I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac. And just put a little bit of glue down here at the bottom. Very little bit. I'm not wearing any nail polish today, so the Fabri-Tac cannot defeat me and take off my nail polish, as it always does. I know I bring it up every time I use my Fabri-Tac in a video. I'm like, beware, guys. But I just, yeah, it really does. It takes off your nail polish. Make sure, oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, beautiful. All right, guys, and then the last thing that we are going to do is, again, make a little journal card to go in here. Now I have some journal cards already printed out that actually goes with this kit. So I'm going to actually use one of those. Now you can use anything you want. You can use a piece of scrapbook paper and cut it, you know, to this size to fit inside. You can, you know, print out a piece of paper from a kit. You can use scraps that you already have, as long as you have a big enough piece to go in here. Whatever you want to do, it is your project. So it's up to you. But, you know, just to kind of keep with the theme of this, I'm going to use a journal card that I already have that goes with this kit. Actually, guys, I changed my mind. I'm not going to use a card that came with this kit. I'm actually going to use this Edith Holden book page, because, I mean, I just happened to look up and there it was, and look at the colors on this with the colors on this. Like, these flowers are the same color. You got a lot of pinks here and pinks in here. I thought that this would actually be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. So let me measure this out, because I want to get that in there. Let me see. I want to get, this pocket is about, yeah, so I want to do it just a slight bit smaller than the pocket itself, because we want to make sure that it slides in and out easy. So we're going to mark right about here. And about, actually a little bit longer because we want it to stick out a little bit. So about there. Okay. So let's cut this down. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And then of course we had to cut off that flower and that writing, but it's okay because again, we will definitely use that another time. Okay, this is really big. I don't know how I did what I did. It's really long. I forgot to measure up here too is what happened. So we're going to bring this up about here, and then we're gonna bring this around like here. That's what happened. Okay. Oh my Lord. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys are having a better day than I am as far as memory goes. How to remember how to do things while I butcher this Edith Holden book page. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that should be better. Oh yes, that is a lot better. That fits right in there. All right. Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I think I might actually want to do it this way so that you can see the colors of those flowers. Because it stick out a little bit. It's okay. But what I want to do, guys, is I want to actually back this onto something so that it's more durable. These pages are very thick. They're almost like a cardstocky page, but it's a journal card. So, of course, I want it to be thicker. And obviously, it's sad that we're going to be covering up the back of this, but it's okay because the colors on the back of this absolutely do not go with the colors on our project. So we're going to go ahead and cover that up. All right, guys, so I'm going to use this to back it. This is actually it's a piece of cardboard from an old pasta box that we had. So I'm just going to glue this onto here and then cut around that. So I might just actually do it in the center here to make sure that, because some of the edges, as you can see, are curved because I didn't glue it, you know, exactly straight. So we're just going to put some glue all over the back of this. Okay, so let's turn this over before we glue this down. Because we want the back here to be on the back of this so that you can journal. And make sure that this is all the way down before I start cutting. There we go. All right. So yeah, again, hopefully you guys are having a nice week so far. Today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning for me, but by the time you guys see this, it'll be Wednesday evening. I didn't really have time yesterday to film a video for today because, as you guys know, I've been uploading lately on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So also, for those of you who don't know, I do have another channel where I investigate the paranormal, which is Jenny Love Paranormal TV. And I always have the link to that channel down in the description if that's something that you're into. We have big plans coming up for that. We actually, on June 3rd, we're going to be investigating the May Stringer house here in Florida. It's one of the most haunted mansions down here in the state of Florida. And I will actually be live streaming during that investigation. So that should be interesting. So if you want to see that, head on over to Jenny Love Paranormal TV and subscribe. And make sure that you hit that bell so that you get notified. And yeah, you can watch the live stream of me investigating that mansion. It's going to be pretty wild. I'm very excited. So we've been getting ready for that and, you know, stuff like that. So very excited for that. So I'm just inking around the edges of our journal card, guys. And I'm not sure if we want to add anything. Probably not, because I don't want to add any bulk on the front of this because it'll make it probably, you know, difficult to slide in and out, because that slides in and out of there perfectly. I'm very happy with that. And then again, the back is blank so that you can journal on it. I don't think I'm going to put a tab here, because then that will kind of jet out and it'll interrupt this from folding over. So you're just, you know, just grab the card itself to pull it out. It already kind of, you know, sticks out a little bit. But like I said, I mean, it looks weird upside down, but if you put it in on this side, then that little bit of color will be peeking out that goes with it. But again, I mean, you guys probably won't have the same thing I'm using. If you have the Edith Holden pages, then great. You can probably find this page. If you have this page, you know, left, then you can use that too. But I think that that is beautiful. Now the back, we're going to leave the back totally blank, because this is something that you can glue down into your journal, guys. Let me grab, I'll just grab our Victorian Posy book here. So let's just say that this is your journal and this is your journal page. So you're just going to put glue. You can actually make this so that you can have a pocket over here too. So in that case, you would just glue right here, and right here, but don't glue this end, and obviously no glue in the center. And then just glue this down, but make sure that it's, you know, kind of off to this side so that you have some room on this side to have a pocket right here. Okay, so then that'll be glued down onto your journal page, and then this opens up, and then you'll have this pocket right here. So you'll have two pockets, this pocket and then the side loading pocket. So yeah, that's why, again, you don't really want to do anything with the back. I mean, if you want to use this loosely, then that's totally fine too. But then in that case, you would cover the back, you know, with some of the paper that we've used here, whichever paper you decided to use to cover these. You would probably want to use that same paper or something very similar in color and theme to cover the back of this here. And then you can embellish that as well. Again, that's if you want to use this loosely. All right, guys, so that's it. That is it. I absolutely love this project. Thank you to E with Scrapbooking with Me for inspiring me to make this. I absolutely love it. It was fun to make. It's beautiful. It was an excellent idea. Again, guys, if you followed along with me and made one of these too, as I always say, I would love to see your version. If you want to show me your version, go ahead and send that to me. My email address is located in my About section here on my YouTube channel. Just go to my main YouTube channel page, scroll over to where it says About, click on that, and my email address is right in there. Go ahead and shoot me an email and show me your version of this project. I would absolutely love to see it. And yeah, guys, again, this is just a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, as always. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a great big thumbs up. It helps out lots more than you know. And if you are not subscribed to my channel and you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated, and you know, everybody's welcome. So yeah, guys, thank you again so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a weekend coming up, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.